long, long time ago, in a land far away, ROS was born. You see, ROS stands for Renegade Outdoor Survival. Claims there's some sort of strange man that leaps in shark-infested lakes and rivers, swims with piranha, and then eats them in front of a crackling fire on a seashore. Heck, even one time I seen him at the beach. He was feeding seagulls right in front of a sign that said, "Don't feed the seagulls." He thinks it's funny. In fact, he laughs and jokes with his friends. Sometimes he's inside caves, remote caves, looking for lost treasures or diamonds and jewelry. You see, he'll be looking for a long time because, you see, Jeff has never saved a penny for his retirement. He claims that, why save for retirement when I can save for adventure? So around every turn, Jeff is looking for adventure. Driving around the United States, sleeping on the cliffs of Normandy, trespassing on private property, doing donuts in his four-wheeler. And then at the end of the day, finding a remote campsite and camping all alone. So sit back, relax, put on your camping gear, because I, Sir Jeff, am going to take you through a trip through this atmosphere on Renegade Outdoor Survival.
Hi folks, I'm Jeff, and this episode we're going to go camping, going to have some fun. I'm on the beautiful Ortega Highway, heading towards kind of the ocean, and I'm going to try to find some campgrounds. I don't want to spend a whole lot of money. I'm kind of cheap a little bit, so looking in the $15 to $25 range, and I got everything I need. I got my coffee, I got creamer, Pop-Tarts. So come along and let's just have some fun.
Okay, fine, we'll come along. But what kind of a guy is ever gonna get a woman when he tells them how cheap he is? I mean, is that a way to repel women? Well, wait a minute, that's what you're always used to. That's why you lost your last relationship and you're out playing in the bushes like a damn child.
Okay, so I'm parked at the top of the Ortega Highway, and I want to show you the view that you get. Get a view of the whole valley. I'll flip it around here real quick so you can check it out. Take two. Yes, we're on the top of the Ortega Highway, and right now, if this shouldn't give you a good reason to enjoy the outdoors, check out this beautiful view in the background. We have the whole city, mountains behind there. Some of the mountains actually have snow on them out towards Palomar Mountain, but this is what you get in California. You get the snow on the mountains, and then an hour this way is the ocean. So what separates the two is this Ortega Highway, and that's what we're on right now. So I've stopped off at a restaurant called The Lookout. It's just a very small hole in the wall, kind of a biker bar in Renegades. So the people that would normally be a Renegade and want to subscribe to my channel would typically park here on their motorcycle and view the city. But I recommend, if you have a van, a bus, a trailer, park here for 30 minutes or an hour or two. Have your lunch, decide what your road plans are, and move on from here. But you're definitely not going to get harassed by anybody. But it's a really fun spot, so I just wanted to point this out. And we're going to go ahead and head up the Ortega Highway to our campsite, which is, I believe we're going to Blue Jay. We're going to try another spot right before that. I don't know how well that campsite is. But come along and let's have some fun.
Oh, I get it now. He's got that funny smile. The smile that says I'm going to be tricking you into having a fun adventure.
Alright, so we're going to the next spot. It's called Blue Jay. I heard from somebody at the Visitor Information Center here. So it's $5 more there, so it's $20 a night. Apparently it's supposed to be pretty nice. So we're heading there, and come along and let's just keep having some fun. We're driving over a little creek right here. A little creek out in the middle of nowhere. This looks like a good spot.
Ah, Blue Jay Campground. Looks very familiar. Oh, you're staying at number 22. Well, you just won an Academy Award at repelling women. Why don't you draw a few women back to you? Tell them that you're used to dealing with bipolar, that your mother has manic depression and has constantly been on your back your whole life. Tell them about how cheap you are, that $20 could break you. Well, you're not going to listen, are you? That's why you're a renegade.
Well, here we are at Blue Jay Campgrounds. This place looks really nice. We're going to go ahead and try to get a good spot and check this place out. It looks really nice. So once again, it's Blue Jay Campground in the Cleveland National Forest. And I didn't see an awful lot about this particular campground online. It's kind of hard to look at and stuff. You really just have to be here to see it. So we're going to go ahead and get a good spot. So come along.
So go ahead and lead us down this dark and lonely road, but hold up, I think that's your mother on the line.
Jeff, it's me, it's your mother. I am so sick and tired of you not showing respect for this family. You're out playing your childish games in your van. Come home and help out around here.
We made it. Wow, this place is nice.
Well, this must be where the adventure starts. As Jeff crackles the fire with his little 2x4, takes a sip of his non-alcoholic beer, he thinks a lot about his past. The past that he's actually running from. And also his breakup with his ex-girlfriend named Val of 9 years. You see, she kicked his butt to the curb, and while it was snowing too. Yes, it was pretty difficult for the man. He feels broke, ran down, emotionally drained. Man, the guy's metabolically torn up inside. But I do know one thing, if he can just forget about that, maybe he can move forward. But for now, he's like a shepherd who seemed to have lost his way from the sheep. Or no different than a cowboy who has lost his cattle to another woman, of course. But at one time, Jeff used to actually be what's called an alpha male. He had the prettiest women I've ever seen around him. In fact, the guy could even skateboard and twirl and flip his little board down staircases, flights of stairs. Later on, at the end of the nights, he would go to parties and drink elixirs. Some of the most amazing elixirs ever made. But now he just sits there, sticking his little 2x4 into the flames, hoping life just gets better from here. But I'll tell you one thing, it won't get better in here. Not unless you get a job. Not unless you stop repelling women from you. I'm sorry, do I hear coins in the background? No, maybe they're not coins. It's just Jeff's bank account. His bank account is drifting away.
But now he don't have a job.
And this, my friends, is the sad part of the adventure. You see, Jeff initially wanted me to cut this clip out of the story.
I wanted to show you how I sleep. So, over here, essentially in the day, it's just a rack, right? Right here. What you do is, I bet you're wondering what's under here. This is a Costco rack from Costco, metal, so you can see right there. Comes down. You pull this back.
Wait a minute, what would a man that can fight wolverines and bears off with a single jab be doing in a Costco, searching for a low-priced $149
Kind of like a shade in your
rack?
house. Just like that. And this is a tent. And here, that zips up when you're inside. So you zip it. Go in. Really comfortable. I mean, it's really comfortable in here.
Wait, could I come in?
You want to come in?
Yes, I would want to see.
Come along.
Okay.
This. And then I close this. Yeah, I'll close this all the way. Like that. Before I do, reach over and pull the drape down so I can have the light on underneath here. Like that. So here's what the inside looks like. Let's see. There's that way. I got this handle grip right here. You can't see it very good. So when I want to get up or sit up, I pull on that and lift myself up underneath here. It's like that. This is how it is when I go to sleep. I'll pull my covers up. Just like that. Ain't so bad, is it, folks? Now all these are bungee cords right here. So you can pull your tablets out and just view them. Or put them back up there.
Wait a minute. Are you writing cool messages on top of the rack with Walmart glow-in-the-dark tape? Love yourself.
Love yourself.
Brilliant, Jeff. Brilliant.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and turn in tonight. But before I do, I just wanted to say thanks for coming along with me camping. I want to make it an early night. And we'll see what tomorrow has to bring. I'm sure there's a lot of beautiful stuff. But before I go to sleep, I want to go ahead and say a quote I heard off of the movie Pursuit of Happiness. And it goes something like, in your life, sometimes there's going to be people that are going to come up to you and tell you, you can't do something, or you can't do that. And the reason they're saying that is because they can't do that themselves. If you got a dream, you got to protect it. If you want something, go get it. Period. And if you want to love yourself, well, you can do that too. Good night.
Love yourself. Spoken like a true Jedi Renegade master. He is an alpha male. It's 2:45 a.m. and Mr. Jeff is fast asleep. You see, the only time he's not repelling women is in his dreams. That's when he has the ability to make them come forth to him and submit. Let me hum a couple bars. Like a dancing queen on a putting green, in the middle of a collard green, where he can read your mind. Oh, he loves behinds too. I tell you one thing, Mr. Jeff has really good dreams. What? Oh no, what's happening, my friend? Wake up. You don't want to go here again. You do this all the time, my friend. Please don't think about this. This is nonsense, my friend. It's this tallywag, tomfoolery. This is, oh gosh, not the van. You're leaving. You're running like a scared child down a forest. Oh no, call up Ozzy Osbourne. You're on the road to nowhere. It's just a dream, my friend. Can't you hear the warning signs? You see, you have exactly 2 hours in which to find your way out of the center of this labyrinth, or else Blue Jay Campgrounds is all mine. Turn back, my friend. Turn back before it's too late. The next morning, Jeff was abruptly woken by his alarm clock. That and the warm sunlight peering through the front of his dashboard seemed to greet him with open arms. Also a rooster that was frolicking around the outside of his van doing spins and twirls like a dancing queen on a putting green. You see, Jeff was no ordinary coffee maker. He was actually a coffee brewer at one time. He would wake up and brew more cups of coffee than the whole city. In fact, people would come from miles away to try his elixirs. You see, he was actually a coffee master. But one thing about Jeff is, ever since he was a little kid, he's always loved the outdoors. He would find lizards and snakes in fields, build bike tracks and tree forts, get in fist fights with his friends. And now he's 45 years old, and he's still doing the same things. When will the guy grow up? I don't know, but for now, he has a love for the outdoors like I have never seen before.
Okay, we're at this, it's called the Falcon Campground. It's a little further into the Blue Jay Campground. And it just dead ends out here. But I'm going to show you kind of what I'm looking at. It's just really pretty. I mean, we're in the Cleveland National Forest, and we're just kind of driving around. Really pretty here. Beautiful time of the year. I'm in my Ford Transit van 250. High roof. Alone. Doing some self-discovery. That's my van telling me, put your seatbelt on, Jeff. Don't be an idiot. But look how pretty this is. Just to think I was going to stay at the first campground, and the first campground was awful. I don't even know, it was 15 bucks a night, but for $5 more, whoa, you get all this. What I like best about this spot is it's so remote, you know. It's really remote, really private. That's what I like. Man, if it wasn't for like listening to podcasts, I would be really lonely out here. It's just so pretty. Look at all this. Are you kidding me? So pretty. Okay, definitely you need to come to this campground. You need to come, get off your couch, make a reservation, and come down to this campground. It's really pretty. It's not really far from civilization. I can't believe places this remote actually exist in California. It's unreal. It's just really pretty, so come on out. This is really pretty. Alright, we're heading out of the Blue Jay Campground, and we're gonna go ahead and head on down back out of here, back to civilization. I didn't get much cell phone reception. I'm with a company called Verizon, but we'll see how it goes when I go down the hill. It's about a 5-mile hill that goes 5 miles of an incline that goes up elevation. I don't know how many thousands of feet, but it's pretty good for a 5-mile drive. So we're gonna head on back down the hill. Hopefully it should be kind of a scenic little drive. And then I'll get cell phone reception. I can find out if I have any work lined up or anything. Man, this is beautiful. You should see what I'm looking at right now. Wow. What I like best about this spot is it's just so remote, you know. It's really remote, really private. That's what I like.
Just as quick as Jeff arrives at Blue Jay Campground, you see he must go back to the city. The civilization is calling him, and hopefully he can make some new friends. But this wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for you, the viewer. So thank you, my friends, and we'll see you in the next episode of Renegade Outdoor Survival.